Are we filming? Yes, we are. So I am adding 7 new days, so 7 new sheets to my diary so that I can maintain 75 days worth of diary in here and a further 75 days worth of diary in here. So in order to achieve that, if I put my main diary out of the way for a second, so in my refill box I have some paper, and what I'll do is take 7 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So I'll put the rest back. So periodically I will make a batch of paper, and then what I do is I take my this is my filofaxes heritage, and what I will do is we're getting to Thursday the 19th of February, and so that's the last one. But what I will do is I will add these pages, and because they are hand cut, very, very rough, and I've scrunched them up, I will add these. Although this is sort of time consuming, it is actually, I find it quite therapeutic to do this. So we have now got 7, we've extended this diary by another 7 days. And once we've done that, we can reduce it by 7 days by going to the front and removing 7 days. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I think that's right. Let's have a little look. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's a whole week. And then we take our main diary, which is the 75 days that are coming up. We find the end of the diary and the beginning of the notes. I typically have 20 to 25 sheets of note paper here. And then hopefully this will be Sunday the 9th, and it is. And so we will then just add these pages. So Monday the 10th, Tuesday 11th, Wednesday 12th, 13th, 14th. Notice that I haven't bothered to necessarily write the date, to duplicate the date here. I don't really need to do that at this moment, because otherwise I'd lose the will to live. But what I can do is put this diary away now. So I'm now we've got not just 75 days, we've got 75 plus 7. So I'm not going to show you because these have got lots of personal stuff in, but you can imagine my next step is to take my archive binder. I'm using a personal size Van der Spek at the moment. And then the last thing that I will do is take the oldest 7 days here. I tend to have a certain number of archive days, typically 14 days, so that I can refer back. I don't discard a day immediately that day has ended. So I have got a little bit of a like a buffer there, and I will take the 7 days, the oldest 7 days out of here, add them to here, put that away. Whoops, a daisy. Put that away, and then we're done. So how long has that taken? Well, I'm doing it slowly to show you what I'm doing, but I would say that it is fairly quick. The only thing that I would need to do here is because I've added these 7 pages. So I would then just, okay, is it 13th, Thursday the 19th of February. So I would just write Friday 20th. And I like to write it longhand. Everybody's different, but that's what I do. And then I will draw my lines freehand. I'm not precious about this. I align my lines with the rings, and I do that whatever format diary I have, and then I can draw the lines on this page. What I tend to do is I do this when I have a spare moment. I tend to just open this in the kitchen when I'm having a cup of tea, and while the kettle is boiling, another day. I don't generally sit down and specifically go through these religiously, because it is something that I leave this because it's something that I can do while I'm sitting down, while I'm waiting for something to be done. Like, for instance, if I'm on a video call and someone has to disappear for a couple of minutes, I will just sit there in front of the camera and I will just add some lines. And there's no specific order that we can do this, but it's almost like doodling. You can just add them when you have a spare moment, when someone else is asking you to just wait for a second and just do another one. So, I tend to do this as I wouldn't say relaxation, but certainly there are moments in the day, like make a cup of tea, where you can just add these. And so it gives me something to do, and so there's no specific amount of time wasted. And I tend to do this once a week, hence the 7 sheets. 7 sheets new here, and then 7 sheets at the front are moved from here to the back, and then 7 sheets from the front here are moved to the archive. So I actually really like this system, especially because it's very, very cheap. I mean, it's ridiculously cheap. Tiny fractions of a penny for each of these, rather than commercially. I think a filofax diary sheet, if you work it out, would be about 7 or 8 pence. Well, it's about, last time I calculated, this is one per sheet is 1/40th of the cost. 1/40th. But then other people might prefer to have pre-printed ones. I totally get that. If you are cash rich and time poor, then it makes sense to get them pre-printed. Maybe custom design from Filofax, which is a clever system. I love the way that you can now order a custom print. But for the rest of us, if you want to choose your own paper and you enjoy the sort of ad hoc arrangement, this takes some beating, in my opinion. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.